Okay. Good morning. Aren't we glad that there's no snow today? I'm just saying. I'm praying that we don't have any snow the rest of the year, actually, or hard rains. Thank you, Kristen, for providing that update on Digital Snow Day. And I want to thank all of you for working with us on this. Listen, we got a shortage of bus drivers. We have a perfect storm of everything that could be wrong, but I always think about everything that could be right. There's 64,000 reasons to get through the drama and do the right thing, because we could get stuck in the mud about innovation, and I think Digital Days is about innovation. How can we be a new Nevada, a 21st century learning, competency-based learning, but we can't get a digital day. But we are going to work hard, as Kristen said. Yesterday I was in Carson City all day, and we're going to do better than just get a digital day. We're going to get a digital day for the state. We're going to work as a state to make it happen. Washoe is going to pave the way, so when those fools in Vegas get snow and they call off with this much snow, right? I'm like, what? You need to come up here and see what snow really looks like. And then our other friends in Northern Nevada that have some of these challenges. So I'm super excited that we're going to lead the way in a collaboration with the state, and I appreciate all of the team's hard work. Is Trish, I want you to know that yes, I have circles and I close rings every day. Yeah. That's the iWatch workout, 20 minutes. I think I saw somebody at the gym this morning too. But as we move forward, there's lots for us to do, and we have to stay focused on the work. We're coming around the mountain. We've been doing a lot of principal interviews, lots of changes, but good things are happening in our district. So I want to talk a little bit about our commitment to the morale in the workplace. I don't know if Kobe is in here, but Jason and I, Chief Trevino, kicked off our Listen and Learns at Moss, and the leadership team is going out to all the schools, and I am told we're going to get this all done in 1 month, right? Maybe? Oh no, 2 months. Okay, however that works out. I know my schedule is up early so I can be at the legislature. But we had a really good time at Moss. Jason and I talking to employees and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and we're going to collaborate and build a report out and share that in the board meeting. So if you want to read what we learned from all the schools, we're going to take the top 3 things and say, what can we work on? Here's what we can work on. Are those things that are impacted that are non-resource driven. Resource driven is going to be a challenge because we don't even have a formula yet for the DSA, and bills are about to drop. And if you follow this work, what you know is we have to fund education first before they do everything else. And so we spent a lot of time yesterday coming up with opportunities, but the problem is there's no more money put in the DSA. So then you're redistributing funds. Our job is to make, well, my job is to make sure when they redistribute that we don't get the short end of the stick. Because that could happen based on formula-based, large school district, big school districts. And it's going to be a challenge, I have to be honest with you, this session, as we look at the money, because there's no new tax revenue. And I know people are talking about marijuana money, but the amount of money it would take to pump in with the Augenblick study, if you've been paying attention, is $1 billion to make us whole as a state. And we all know that's not going to happen. But over time, what can we do as a state to get that DSA up? So as we continue to have LTLs, I will continue to share with you where we are. But as of yesterday, there is no algorithm or new formula. But there are people working night and day to crunch numbers and get this done so we can present to the educational committee. With that being said, the district has adopted Teams. Is this where you roll the video, I think? Yep. As our new digital platform across our schools. By having a single platform, we are empowered to work together as a district toward an equitable, accessible curriculum with adequate learning tools. And I have to tell you guys that I was going nuts on Teams, and then my computer crashed, and I got to go back and put everything back in. So I want you to know I am having some challenges just like your teachers are having. And plus I use a Mac, so this is all crazy to me, but I am part of the district, and since we adopted it as a team, we're going to use that. And so it's going to be great for us to use. I'm going to use it with the leadership team as we do notes, and so I'm excited about its capabilities. The Teams platform is a critical component of our work around equity as it provides access to all students for rigorous curriculum while supporting each student and to ensure their success. It also places all of us in a single location. And what I have learned from my chiefs all of a sudden is that I pop up and I have all these messages on Teams, and there's like this Facebook component. But you already know this. See, I just got my training last week. And I'm like, oh, I think I need to reply to some people. Instead of my normal email reply, they're moving all my stuff to Teams and forcing me to be a part of this. But it's a good force because this is an opportunity for the superintendent to learn along with you. Teams will connect students with their peers and their teachers, and new schools are getting one-to-one devices as a way to address an overdue need for technology. So all the schools that are new will get one-to-ones. But I have to say, in visiting schools, there are schools that are in the middle who are not titled, who don't have large PTAs, that lack technology. So as we look at equitable practices, we need to address some of those needs. When I was at Moss, they said they only had one computer lab. And we know there are schools that have many mobile labs. So we have to address the needs of all the students in our schools. So as we look at rolling out Teams, it's not just we roll out Teams. What do we need to do to ensure every student has access to the district's tools? By establishing one digital platform across the district, we are saving from the additional expenses of supporting multiple digital platforms. We don't have the manpower to support everybody's digital platform. That's just a short story. When we can pay for one platform and be excellent at that, save money, that money saves teachers, it saves on everything else, and so that is part of the reason why we are going to a single platform. And we have received the letters about Google. So we will talk about how IT, look at Robert. Yeah, wave your hand. Tell me it was you who picked Teams. No. It was a very thoughtful process to get to Teams. And we will talk about that at the board meeting also. So the amazing Tara Graves. Tara, where are you? Oh, there you are. I love Tara. I went to hear Tara speak. And I was like in the middle of something else with the board members, and I snuck out for 30 minutes, and she spoke at the technology conference, and you were amazing. Come on up. Coming up with your cute little Vans on today, girl. So she is going to provide you, and thank you, Tara, because they were going to make me do it, and I was going to be embarrassed because I wasn't there yet. So Tara is going to model some of this for you, and we're so excited for you to come up and help us. And I am leaving to go to equity training with the board, so it's not that I don't value you, but the board is doing their hours of equity training right next door, so I need to go next door as we work as a team, the board and the superintendent, on equitable practices. And the last thing I'm going to say before I leave is, so many of you email me and I haven't replied. Thank you for the encouraging words. And I probably won't get to all those replies to Sunday because there's tons of them. So I'm going to give a blanket thank you for every text message sent to me, every email sent to me. Just know that every time we get kicked, we get back up for kids, because we're going to be better than ever. You watch and see. Thank you.